folks, Gip Erskine here, values-driven coaching. Just want to give you a few more insights as to what makes up values-driven coaching. And I was given a set of questions, podcast interview questions that I thought I'd answer for you, so you can get deeper insights as to whether or not values-driven coaching is right for you. So if you're a property manager, managing office complexes, mixed use, retail malls, something in the commercial management space, then this may be just for you. Question number 5. What do you wish your younger self knew about your current role? Oh boy, time travel. What do you do with that one? It's tempting to want to go back and say, if I could do it all over again, if I only knew back then what I know now. And again, my mentor taught me that there is nothing that's in the way. It's just on the way. So whatever tough lessons were learned, whatever mistakes I made, they were learned. They were there for a reason to help me become my authentic self, to help me learn the tough lessons, to challenge me, to get me think more creatively, more objectively, to create clarity as to, well, that couldn't be the right path, and that's not the right path, and I keep on bumping my head against this one. And so what do I believe my younger self would really, let me read this again just to make certain I answer the question properly. What do you wish your younger self knew about your current role? So my role as a coach, I wish my younger self knew that I'm innately happy doing what I do. It is my highest value, is to teach and coach and mentor, and to share my experiences and knowledge and wisdom with those who can benefit from them. And perhaps they can then share their knowledge, wisdom, experience with others so that others can benefit. So it's a concentric circle of profound pass down, so to speak. So I wish my younger self could recognize that innate desire. However, I do want to caution people by trying to live in the past and say woulda, coulda, shoulda, and those types of things. My younger self may not have had coaching as a highest value. Your values change throughout your life. When I was a young father, my children were my highest value. They're all I could think about. Their well-being, their nutrition, their sleep or lack thereof, their enjoyment, their exposure, their socialization, all the things we have. Puppies coming in and birthday parties and gatherings and photos and things that they really grew from these various different experiences. Coaching was not my highest value then. It might have been teaching in some way, shape, or form, to teach some wisdom to them. However, I was just concerned about being a dad. I just wanted to be a good dad for them. I wanted to be present for them. I wanted to be there for them. I wanted to share my sense of humor with them, which they have. And even though they were born in Texas, I was from New York, they have a New York sense of humor. I'm not laying claim to it, but I'm just thinking that they were smart enough to kind of pick that up as far as their sponge goes during those young years. And so they don't think like other Texans that they are around. So it's very, very endearing to see that. But I do think that my younger self would be very, very beneficial if I knew I was going to get into coaching, that they could start to lay the framework back then. But there again, I learned some very tough lessons in my professional career. I was blindsided by 3 different terminations that I did not see coming. One was kind of a group downsize. One was the very first job I had in managing apartments. They just wanted to downsize, and I was let go. And there was 3 of us, so now there's only 2. And I'm like, okay, well, boy, that hurt. And then I bounced back and I went into retail and I doubled my income. And I'm like, that was the best gift I ever could have had. So I didn't recognize it at the time I was getting fired, that it was opening up a huge door for me to go into my next step. But some of the other lessons that I didn't see coming was at the pinnacle of my career. And I was managing a global portfolio I had country leaders in South America, in the UK, and in the US, and I built successor plans so that each country leader or each region leader would have a successor to come in, and so you just had a successor plan that was in place, and my client decided to pick my successor here in the States, and I was out. No warning, no nothing. And so what that taught me was I was not prepared. I wasn't able to see it coming. And while I was bewildered and it came out of left field, and I felt kind of damaged from that and just ill prepared for this, it really taught me a humbling lesson that I missed something. My peripheral vision was not grand enough to see and embrace all the opportunities that I had, and then also to embrace how to recognize um, my vulnerability being 100% reliant upon traditional employment. So from that day forward, I vowed never to be 100% reliant upon traditional employment, and thus began my consulting and coaching career, and I just love it. So I am a full-time property manager, and I'm a full-time coach, and I work nights and weekends because I love it. I used to work nights and weekends, so I didn't have to work nights and weekends, but now I do it because this is my passion. This is where I play, and it doesn't matter if I get paid for it or not. It doesn't matter if I coach you or not. I just would love to be able to share some of my wisdom with you that hopefully you can see some innate desire in yourself that said, yeah, this is what I'm after, or I'd like to discover this, or I need some clarity here. And so all of these questions, and there's a lot more questions that I will not answer in this particular video, but I do want to just leave you with this parting thought that says, if you're at all in a place where you are uncertain as to what your next step is, or you are 100% reliant upon traditional employment and you don't like that, or you find yourself spinning your wheels and not getting the recognition you deserve, or you feel like a red-headed stepchild because you're on site or on a small portfolio, or something that is not in the purview of those decision makers who can actually advance your career for you. If you're feeling stuck in any way that says, I'm ready, I'm ready to kind of recognize what it is that I'm here to do innately and without any formula that says don't do this, do this. No, it's doing what you love, what is already in you, what is coming true for you and showing signs and evidence that it's already materializing. I'm just bringing it out and spit shining it and clarifying it so you can say, ah, that's me. And then from there, let's talk about where you go from there and how you can expand on your clarify your vision and really differentiate yourself with 2 feet standing firmly on the ground in authenticity. And let's awaken that leadership in you. And then from there, let's transfer all of that philosophy and that vision and that inspiring, to your team, and have them recognize their own values and have them see how what it is that they do every day actually is in fulfillment of their highest values. And if it's not recognizable, then let's recognize it and let's link it like that and give them an instant sense of gratification. And every time they do that particular task that's been linked to their highest value, they'll want to do more of that. And how inspire them. And how about when you hire from outside, how can you allow that particular candidate to actually see how the role that they're going to be doing and the functions of that role is going to help them achieve their highest value? When you make that link, it's like, wow, I want to work here. This is wonderful. And so there's the team strengthening part, and then there's leveraging partnerships, service partnerships, your cleaning companies, your security companies. They're extensions of your management team. How can you leverage them and actually make them a better part, more integrated part of the entire platform, the service delivery platform, so that you can then build in more margin and build in more efficiency in your day and concentrate on higher value tasks, those that guess what, fulfill your highest value. And then how can you as a team now start to articulate and be fluent in the client's language, in the tenant's language, in the owner's language, in a way that actually elevates the conversation, elevates the ability to integrate. And then how can you then negotiate better deals from a sales perspective and make it a seamless sale? And then how can you establish an exceptional service platform, a service platform that elevates, raises the bar at every turn, so that you know that you are here and you will never dip down beneath it. And all team members know, all service partners know, and the thing is beautiful. And then how do you then have, put your wheels up and automate the processes so that it takes less of you, less thought, but that the model is complete, the platform is built, and all of the data goes in. Those service partners that you've just leveraged are now going beyond the scope, making you aware of certain things that you had not been aware of. It goes in the kitty, it gets allocated out, and so now it's time to create the next concentric circle of your grander vision. Now you're ready to take on larger properties with confidence. You know who you are, you've awakened your leadership, you know what makes you different, so you're not a commodity, and you are living, breathing, you are knowing yourself, you're loving yourself, you're being yourself in complete authenticity, and now you bring that to a larger audience, or you create enough margin to actually contribute and give back of your time and your experience to others, and be a coach like me, and join my team on how we help elevate the lives and careers of other property managers in our profession. So it's a wonderful place to be when you see and you have that recognition, and it's also a wonderful thing to embrace, is that if you didn't really know and you weren't ready to really identify, or you aren't able to recognize what's keeping you stuck, it's a beautiful way to just start here. Start by discovering your values, your highest values. I'll help you through it, and you can take it from there. So, Gip Erskine, Values Driven Coaching, signing off on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in September, and I am delighted to share this news with you, and I look forward to the next one. Take care.